All right, so the original exhaust that we were going to put on this was the SC project, but found out that they sent us the wrong pipe. I think it was for the SP, but it was just all wrong. Didn't fit, so we had to send it back, order a new one. So we went with the Leo Vince. It's nice. I think it's better than the other one. It's a little bit smaller. The other one was pretty big. This is supposed to sound pretty nice, so we're gonna throw it on. All right, so we're gonna give you a before and after of the sound. We're gonna make sure that we do it in the exact same place in the back here on the patio, so you get an idea of the difference in sound. So go ahead, Jeff, crank her up. Let's see what we're working with from the factory. I wasn't that polite. Sounds very polite right now. Let's hear it. Alright, so in order to get the pipes off and do the servo buddy, it takes a 8mm bolt right under here, the remaining plastic, and a 5mm hex wrench on the side here. There's a bolt, and then while you're at it, you might as well take off the side shield, which is another 5mm bolt here, and that will release them. But this is the little compartment here should just drop down out of here, and this is where you're going to find your servo. That okay, and just let that drop freely. Don't worry about that, it's fine. All right, once you get this drop down here, also on top there's two Phillips head screws on the top that remove this plastic piece. You need to remove that so you can get down into the good stuff. All right, so once you get it open here, the first thing you want to do is right on the side here, you're going to see this bundle that goes right here. You pop this off. It's kind of stuck on the side. It has a little ledge that holds it in there. This is where you're going to put your servo buddy. So all you do on the side of here, there's a tab right here. You just push on this side and it lifts up, slides right out. So this is going to be going away with a lot of the guts that are going to come out with the old pipe. You take your servo buddy, make sure you line it up. That little tooth right there is what's going to go towards the bracket. So you just make sure you line it in and hear a positive click and you're in. So that is going to take care of your codes, so that it's not going to throw on any codes onto your dash and you know, tell you that something's wrong with the sensor that's there. Alright, so for the exhaust, you want to take that bolt that's down in there. I don't know if I'm getting it properly, but yeah, there's a bolt down there. It is a 12mm bolt. It goes around the collar that is holding the pipe on. That's the first thing you want to take off. After that, you want to take off this. And I believe you're going to be taking off the entire bracket here just to make sure it's out of our way when we're getting the rest of the stuff that needs to come out. Alright, so once you get the 12mm bolt from the bottom pipe undone, and you loosen the collar a little bit, you also take out the 8mm hex bolt here. These are 2 5s, and loosen up these. These are the 8s as well. And what you're trying to do is just make room. This little piece will come out as well. Trying to make room to get all of this big chunky stuff to come out of here and around this piece here. So not that. So everything should just pop past from this side, hopefully, without damaging anything. It looks like it's sharing a harness with this reservoir here. So you gotta pop it off the harness. As you see, it's already fallen loose, so it's ready to pop out. It don't take much to pop it out of there. But yeah, these wires got to pop out of this harness. I'm not exactly sure how to do it. Okay. Let's pop out of there. Put that back without damaging anything. And then you slide your pipe and this mess here out of the way, and that's that. All right, for when you get your exhaust off, it's going to have this stuff dangling, and you're going to need this plastic piece here because that's going to fill the hole that came out from the bottom that you released it from. So when you're doing it, the easiest thing is to turn it all the way to the right. Remember, the one that needs to come out is the top one, because that's the only one that's circling through that hole in there. But turn it all the way to the right and take this one out first. It's a lot easier. Then you turn it all the way back this way, and this other one just pops right out. And then you can just force it out, pop this off, and then put this back on to underneath. All right, so underneath here, then you want to take this piece of plastic, and it goes back here and plugs up that hole that it created when you took out the other side. And then that 5mm hex bolt goes in. Make sure it's flat. And that goes in there. All right, so the first thing, you want to take your mid pipe here. They have a clamp that goes on top of that. You want to make sure that it's oriented to where you can reach it from the bottom. As you can see, we already got lights installed here, so we only have a small little area to reach it. So you want to make sure it's pointing down, so you can tighten it up at the end. And this just fits right inside. And then you get that fitted. You don't want to tighten anything down just yet, because you want to get everything fitted and get it in the right position. All right, I got the can on top of this now, and a really good idea is to, if you got a second person, to get a fitment and make sure that, you know, the feet are clear, that it's not too close. There's some wires down here that will run from you know, the back end here that you don't want to burn up. So at this point, you want to make sure everything is fitting, everything looks good. Once it feels like it's in the right spot as far as the pipe, you can go down to that lower one and kind of tighten that up a little bit. Not totally down, but get it in position, because then you're going to be readjusting this from the rear end and making sure that it's, you know, up and down. So the next thing you got to do is get this strap that comes with it. Most of them do come with some sort of strap here. You're going to cinch that up to your right on the high side there. Then that's going to connect over to your bracket that you have, your original factory bracket. We also have, after that, we have another piece that we need to fit back on there from wrestling out the old one. All right, so once you get everything hooked up and lined up, you want to take a look from the back and all that, you know, make sure it's in the place you want it to be. We got it all set to go, so we cinch down the bottom one, and we're going to cinch down the rest of these and add that extra plate, and we should be good to go. Also, don't forget about the tension spring here. It goes on underneath here from your can to your mid pipe, and holds it on there, so you can put it on with like pliers or vice grips or whatever. Alright, so we got everything buttoned up. It's looking awesome. The pipes are so nice. So of course we're going to give you a sound check for the new pipes, and we're doing this one of course with the baffles in, because we are going to be taking them out, of course. Who needs that? Not the baffle, I mean it is a baffle, but DB killers. Alright, so in order to get the DB killer out, you just need a 3mm hex wrench, and just pops on out of there. Undo that and get a rag on the outside, pull it, should come right out. Let's hear it. Boom, there you go. Got her all buttoned up, pipe on, eliminator done. Nice and clean and smooth underneath. She's ready to roll. There's only one thing left to do. Let's spin the tires.